Hey folks, Good Guy Glenn here, and today is Thursday, September 25th, 2025. Well, it's a rainy day. Lately when it rains, Good Guy Glenn doesn't work. That's one thing that doesn't happen on OTR, huh? So I decided to take the time. I'm editing a video that I did last weekend. I just haven't had a chance. I've been busy most of the rest of the week. I'm finishing up editing a video. It's uploading now onto YouTube. And I'm gonna go run and try to finish out storage, emptying it out, and take some stuff to Goodwill. Yep, my suits from when I was in real estate. Some ties I have left. I kept a couple, put them in a closet, see if they can be saved as far as I don't fit in any of this stuff anymore. I lost a lot of weight. That pile I'm taking to my nephews with these shirts, and that pile's just going to Goodwill. And now I've got all those hangers. It's kind of sad, like, you know, I wore a suit every day for a few years. And yeah, it was another life, another time. I've talked about that extensively, about that time of my life. I just don't feel... I feel guilty almost that I participated in probably what I would call one of the downfalls of this country, being a real estate agent. If you look at the state of housing right now, it's terrible. And a lot of that has to do with agents pushing up prices to make higher commissions. I basically feel like real estate, sales in general, but especially real estate, you sell your soul to the devil for money. It's just how I feel. You have all these mega corporations out buying large swaths of the housing market to rent it out for astronomical prices, gobbling up all the inventory, making it impossible for your new family, average young buyer to buy a house to achieve the American dream. That dream is out of the picture for like my kids, for myself even. I don't think I'll ever own a house again. I sold my house 10 years ago. Who would have known? Who would have known how astronomical prices would get? Who would have known that the average house would be over $1 million in the Northeast? I mean, you know, there's cheaper houses out there, don't get me wrong. So I rent, and I'm cool with that. Yeah, it's raining. We're gonna stop at Goodwill. We're gonna go to storage, pick up a couple of things. I went, picked up Lena from school. I figured since she's up in Paramus by where I live, and I have to go down to storage down by where she lives, I'd stop and pick her up, and we went to Wawa. Wawa iced coffee is probably the best iced coffee.
Best coffee.
Yep. It's raining out, so that's a thing.
It's unfortunate.
And yeah, I guess we'll just drink our Wawa iced coffee, head over to storage, grab a couple things, and then I'll drop her off at work and then go back to the apartment. Well, only a little bit more stuff to go, and then we'll be done with this storage spot. It's crazy to think that this is another chapter wrapped up. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff held on to for too long. A lot of junk. I think that's what winds up happening. We wind up just like holding on to a lot of junk, a lot of stuff we don't need. It's, I think it's like that attitude of, well, you never know when you might need it, you know? Maybe that's the concept, but it's done now. Just wrapping it up. Today was one of those days, you know what I mean? It was like one of those days where I wanted to get a bunch of stuff done. And it's not that I didn't get anything done. I actually got a bunch of stuff done today. I had to edit that video. I had to edit the video from the New Hampshire trip last week. And that actually wound up turning into a bigger debacle than I thought. Because after I was done editing it, and I was trying to upload it onto YouTube. YouTube had a problem with some of the copyright. Now, I have not watched the version that YouTube AI has put out because there was a new thing that I've never encountered before where YouTube AI can go in and remove the copyright strikes themselves. And I was just so fed up and so busy. Like, I wanted to get some stuff done, so I didn't have time to re-edit the video. You know, they didn't like that there was copyright music in the video. Sometimes when I'm in the truck and there's copyright music, there's so much ambient noise that the whatever system they use doesn't pick it up. And it's not really prevalent, like where you could hear it. I'm not using music illegally. It's just playing in the background. Whether it's in, I've gotten in trouble for copyright for being at a car show on some of my earlier videos and being in the store. And there's music playing in the store. I've had copyright issues for both trying to upload videos. So that's just absolute nonsense. So I had to deal with that. I'm going to go back now and actually watch what YouTube put up and see what kind of disaster is waiting for me there. But I got that video done. I sorted through my suits and my old clothes. I made a pile for Goodwill, and then I made a pile that's gonna go to my nephews for them to look through and see if there's anything they like. It was tough. It was tough going through this stuff. You know, I used to wear suits, like nice suits, every day. But that's the past. You know, none of these suits fit me anymore. I kept 2 of them. 2 that I think I can have tailored to fit me. They were snug to begin with. So now I think I'll be able to fix them. We'll see. But everything else is going away. While I was sitting here getting ready to do that, Angelina called me, or texted me, I should say, and said that her class was canceled today, and she was waiting for her friend to get a ride home so she could go to work. I said, hey, you want me to pick you up? She goes, it's not necessary. I said, you're in school up the street from my house. I'm heading to storage down by you. It just makes sense. So I went and picked her up. She went with me to Goodwill. I dropped off some of the things at Goodwill. She picked up her stuff for work. We went to Wawa, as you saw, and had some Wawa coffee. And then we went to storage. I loaded up some more stuff, and I'm almost out of there. Almost. Very close. And it's daunting. And a lot of people come at me with the just get it done. Yeah, that's great. But it's hard. It's hard, especially when you no longer have a truck or access to a truck, and you need to move some of the bigger stuff. I got it done, a little bit at a time. But it's almost complete. I'm almost out of there. I've been going through a lot of the stuff. A lot of the stuff is in the garbage or taken care of, and there's some more stuff that's gotta go. Tomorrow I have an appointment, so we'll see how that goes, and that's a whole nother video that I'll get into. And by tomorrow, if I don't end up going to work late, which I don't know if I'm going to, because I don't know how long this appointment's gonna take, and it's just not worth it to go pre-trip the truck, start the truck, get the truck, and then drive to where I need to be. It just may not work out. I'm not gonna go get the truck out for a 3-hour, spend all that money on gas and tolls for 3 hours of work. It's probably not effective. So I'll just start over on Sunday, looking to keep myself busy next week. Yeah, I'm trying the best I can to keep myself busy, because if I sit around too long, it starts to get to me. And I think that's where I went wrong with OTR. It was way too much sitting around. Shippers and receivers, truck stops, 34s. 34s are the worst. When you have to do your 34 and do a reset, and you're sitting for a day and a half at some truck stop or some rest area on the side of an interstate. I did a 34 in Mississippi at a rest area. It was a very nice rest area, but it was brutal sitting around for that long. So I try to keep myself busy. The weather today was just not good. I mean, other than the rain, that doesn't really bother me, but it'd been cool for a while. Well, not anymore. It's hot and humid again here, and I have the AC on. At least I have AC, right? At least I have a safe place to stay. And everything's gonna work out. Everything's gonna be good. Going through my stuff, getting rid of stuff that I held on to. If you have stuff in storage and you haven't seen it in years, you probably don't need it and you could just throw it away. That's my honest answer to you. I held on to a lot of stuff that now I look at it and I'm like, why was I saving this? You know, and you don't know. You don't know when you put it in there why it is. A lot of times when you put stuff in storage, it's because you're desperate to get it out of wherever it is. You're either moving or you're switching apartments or you're going, you know, something's happening. So you just start packing stuff in boxes or garbage bags and throwing them in a storage locker. And then life happens. And then you don't remember this stuff. And then you just keep paying the bills. And then like time, you know, money gets tight and you're like, what am I paying this storage for? How much have I paid already? Astronomically stupid. And I feel really dumb about it. But I had a great day hanging out with Lena. I'm really happy I got to do that. You know, you don't know how many days you have left on this earth. Every morning when you wake up, you don't know that that might be your last day. So if you have the opportunity to spend time with people you love, your kids, whoever, you should take that time and you should appreciate that time you have with them. Like I said, you just don't know when that might be your last day. Today, the rest of the day, I'll see how this video turned out. I'll work on that. I gotta re-download Zoom onto my computer because I have a Zoom meeting tomorrow morning. I'm going to finish watching a movie I started. Queen of the Bones, I think it's called. If you're out on the road and you're looking for stuff to watch, just finished the series Let the Devil In. It's about the Satanic Panic here in New Jersey during the 1980s, a specific case that took place in Franklin, New Jersey, about a kid who was allegedly possessed by the devil and killed his mother and himself. Very bizarre, very interesting, very funny that, like, I never heard of this incident until now. It's directed by Eli Roth. He's a horror director, if you don't know. So I think that's gonna about wrap it up for today. Remember what I always tell you. Say your prayers. Trust in God. He won't always give you what you want, but he'll always give you what you need. That's a fact. Remember that. Eat a Greek yogurt and a banana every single day. Do your pre-trip. It might save your life. If you feel like it, you could subscribe to my Instagram. Give it a follow. There's some interesting stuff from back when I was doing OTR. I do some shorts on there, or what do you call them on Instagram? Reels. So it might be something you're interested in. And if you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so when I drop another video, you get a notification. And once again, this is Good Guy Glenn. Thanks for watching.